You have one of the world's safest drugs. You have nothing but positive trials. Even if the opposition wants to say they're low quality and small, which they're not, precautionary principle would tell you to recommend it. But here's another more clear example of abnormal behavior. The two other parasitic diseases for which ivermectin was approved as the standard of care worldwide, 10 trials with 852 patients. Right now, ivermectin is sitting on 24 randomized controlled trials with 3,000 patients, and it's not being recommended.
What are the results?
Just published by Andrew Bryan, Tess Laurie, Scott Mitchell, actually, who's a member of the FLCCC. But this is a group of researchers who, for decades, their main job is to review medical evidence to formulate guidelines for the big national and international healthcare agencies. They found consistent positive reproducible signals. And so this meta-analysis found that there was a 62% reduction in death when you used ivermectin from all of these randomized controlled trials. So basically you'd save 2 out of every 3 people that you treated. And I would also again argue that's the minimum of what ivermectin is capable of, because not in every trial were they treated early. When you look at the early versus late, they do so much better. And so what
are the results for early? Do we have
early around 80% reduction, and sometimes even higher in hospitalization and death. So if you treat patients, and even in those early, it's not my early. So my dream is that every household has ivermectin in the cupboard, and you take it upon development of first symptom of anything approximating a viral syndrome. And even if it's not COVID, it's safe to take, and it's probably effective against that virus.
Are there any side effects?
So they're all what's considered minor and transient. And that's another example of weird behavior. When the WHO put out their guideline on ivermectin, they put in a lot of language questioning the safety of ivermectin, which is known as one of the safest drugs in history. It's been mass distributed across continents, billions of doses, and they want to bring up cautions around safety. While there are other guidelines for the other diseases that ivermectin is, from the WHO, they'll write in there that billions of doses have been administered, the side effects are minor and transient. Famous French toxicologist reviewed 350 studies on ivermectin, and he was contracted to do this, and he put his report out about a month and a half ago. And in the executive summary, he writes that severe side effects from ivermectin are unequivocally and exceedingly rare. Unequivocally and exceedingly rare. It's a very, very safe drug.